Help me study for my science exams. Part REDOX. So what redox means is reduction and oxidization. Now, this can get a bit confusing because it's kind of contradictory or backwards in some places because someone just named it that way. So pay attention. Here is what's known as an electron carrier. This has to do with cellular respiration, which I might get to eventually. But this is a positively charged thing, which means that it has more protons than electrons. So if we wanted to reduce this NAD+, we need to give it an electron. When you gain an electron, you are being reduced because it's going from positive to neutral. When a NAD positive gets an electron, it is known as NADH because it has to gain a proton as well. If you were to oxidize this, you would take away the electrons. Not all of them, obviously. If there were no electrons, then they wouldn't be a molecule anymore. So it just you take away the electrons. So reduction is gaining an electron, oxidizing is losing an electron. Now here's where things get a little weird. So I'm just going to use variables for this to make it a little easier to understand. So this is a redox reaction because there is both reduction and oxidization. And that's what has to happen because if one thing is to lose an electron, something else is to gain an electron. As you can see, the X starts out with it. There's an X and a Y. X has an electron and then Y takes it. We know that X is being oxidized because it is losing an electron. Y is being reduced because it is gaining an electron. Now, the oxidizing agent is actually Y. Even though it is being reduced and not being oxidized, it is oxidizing the X because it is taking the electron. And the other way around, X is the reducing agent because it is reducing the Y by giving it the electron. So to recap, to be oxidized means to lose an electron. To be reduced is to gain an electron. But to be the oxidizing agent, it means to be the one who takes the electron, and to be the reducing agent is to be the one who gives an electron. Hope that's not too confusing, because it definitely was for me.